Peace, family. This is Inaya. So, today I want to talk about rebirth. Rebirth. And how you can tell when it's time for a rebirth. So, my personal belief is that humans go through multiple rebirths, numerous rebirths in just one lifetime on this earth. From the time you were born to the time that you pass away, you essentially rebirth yourself infinite amounts of times. Who knows? I don't have a specific number for you, but even biologically, I read that every 7 years, each cell has replaced itself or regenerated. So technically, you're not living with any of the original cells from your body. I think except for your brain cells. But everything else regenerates. It dies and something else takes its place, comes back to life. But the fact of the matter is, biologically and chemically, you go through multiple rebirths in just one lifetime. You're not the same person as you continue to grow older over time. So there are ways that you can tell when you're getting ready to have a spiritual rebirth, and it's one of those bittersweet moments, like as you're experiencing it. You know, it's bitter because it feels like everything is literally in chaos. Like, you look around and you're just like, what is happening? What is happening? Why? Just like one thing after the another, you know? It just keeps coming on and just piling up to a point where you might even start to feel a little bit of claustrophobia. So that's one way to tell. You start to feel constricted. You feel as though maybe you're trapped in an environment, or you feel like you're trapped with a group of people, whatever it is. You don't feel like you can move, like your energy doesn't feel expansive, you know. That's the first thing. The next thing would be, okay, you're feeling claustrophobic. Now you might start daydreaming a lot more. You know, you start imagining, okay, what if I wasn't doing this? Or what if I wasn't here? What if I was actually doing this? Or I'd so much rather be over here. I'd so much rather prefer that I was ... fill in the blank. But you start thinking of alternative realities, and you go to that place, and you might even vacation there for however long. And that's one indicator. Another one would be that in addition to the claustrophobia and the daydreaming, you see that it feels like bad things keep happening. And that's like one of the biggest signs for me. When it literally feels like my life is falling apart, that's how I know a rebirth is getting ready to happen. When you set a vision for yourself. You set a vision for yourself, you write it down, you've brought it from the realm of conceptual activity to a concrete, tangible thing. Like, this thing has a definition, it has an experience attached to it that can ultimately be. You know, granted that you're dedicated to bringing it to. Once you start working on that vision, once you start making steps towards bringing that vision to life, you'll notice everything in your life kind of starts to get a little off kilter, if you will. So you might start falling out with certain people. You might get fired from your job. You might quit your job. Say it's not even that, you know, it's not that bad. Close members of your family may pass away. You are in the process of maybe, I don't know, getting evicted or something, but just all of these super traumatic, huge, cataclysmic I'm probably making up words now, but apocalyptic experiences that happen, this is usually an indicator that it's time for a new chapter. Why is these bad things a good thing? Because you cannot go into a new chapter with old baggage. And not to say that everything that leaves your life was baggage, but it's an experience that is set to happen in order to prepare you for the next journey, you know? So literally what the universe is saying is, I heard you and we're gonna make it happen. Howsoever, if we're gonna make this happen the way you told me you wanted to make it happen, then you're gonna have this quality, this quality, this quality. You're gonna have to get rid of this job. You're gonna have to get rid of this attachment to this. You're gonna have to get rid of all of this and this and this. You have to build this. And it literally breaks down your whole reality. It just breaks it down. You can't take that. You're gonna have to cut down on that. All of these things need to happen. But of course it doesn't like sit you down in a meeting and say, it's like, okay, so I heard that you want to set ... Okay, wonderful. So I've lined out the paper. It doesn't happen like that, right? It just happens around you, and you just find out as everything is falling to the floor in synchronization. It seems like just like a domino effect, everything just falls down. And it's easy to get caught up in that whirlwind of completely being uprooted from everything you know and love to be true and loyal to you up until this point. But the way this lifetime is set up, it's impartial. It is what it is. There is no good, there is no bad. It just is. It's not to say that it's not compassionate, but it's very much grounded in the truth and the reality, you know? And whether something is labeled good or bad or traumatic or something to be embraced, all lies in your perception, the way you choose to perceive it. So if any of these things are resonating with you, if you are able to look at your life right now and point out some instances and where you feel you're starting to feel a little bit constricted, or you're starting to envision yourself doing something else or being somewhere else, being with someone else, if you find that your life is falling apart, I'm going to bet 99 times out of 100 you will be experiencing a new chapter very, very soon. So embrace it. Know that you are equipped with all of the tools that you need in order to get through the transition. You will survive the transition. It will not be an easy transition. In fact, it will be the most difficult transition you've experienced up until this point in your life, because you're moving forward and you're getting stronger and you're learning more about this life through living this life. So I am sending all of the positive energy and love that I can virtually through this camera and telepathically through space. And I am rooting for you to keep pushing, stick with it, know that you are on the right track, and know that you have forces, infinitely powerful sources that are working in your favor to bring your vision into a reality. And you will be able to reap those benefits very, very soon, as long as you keep your head up, stay focused,